In last chapter, we knew about peninsular plateau. Now we are going to know about India's amazing coastline, means India's coastline. Uh, do you guess how long is India's coastline? Yeah, it is around 7,500 kilometers, from which mainland is having around 6,100 kilometers, and when we include Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar, then it become around 7,500 kilometers. Uh, First, we draw India's map like this. This is Rajasthan, Gujarat, and this is the southern part of the India. Here is northeast and Jammu Kashmir. Okay, let's see. These is the Indian coastline, which is around 6,001 kilometers mainland. And if we found sea, here we found Lakshadweep, and if we will see Andaman and Nicobar Dweep Samu. Total these areas is sharing water, and the total coastline is 7,500 kilometers, and we divide this coastline in three parts, and mainly two parts. One is from Gujarat to Kanyakumari. It is toward the Arabian Sea. Here is Arabian Sea, and other is from the Sundarban Delta to Kanyakumari toward the Bay of Bengal. On the side of the Bay of Bengal. Okay, uh, later we will see it. India's coastline is dotted with beautiful beaches is like Goa, Kumta, Udupi, Mangaluru, and many other cities and beaches are in Kerala. Rocky cliffs like Western Ghats Cliff, and the lush green forest. The important thing is on the western side we see a lush green forest and the diversity of flora and fauna in this coastline, because uh, here is Western Ghats on the other side of the coastline. One side is Arabian Sea and other side is Western Ghats. So it is really very lush green and rich in biodiversity. Some beaches golden sand, white, other have black rocks, like you will found in the coast of Maharashtra and Karnataka, some part of the Karnataka. You will find here rocks, black rocks, and in Goa and Udupi, etc., Mangaluru, you will see the sand, sand and beaches. Some islands have coral reef, while other are covered in thick jungles, like Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep, uh, all all islands in Lakshadweep are made of coral reef. Coral reef actually made by some insects, like a type of some insects which generate calcium carbonate body. When they die, they left calcium carbonate, and when it's connect with each other, and later it become big bite, and that come out from the seas, from the ocean, and thus become a new island. These islands are made by coral reefs, and coral reef islands are biodiversity specific areas. Like Lakshadweep is preserved, and this is biodiversity rich because the most uh, fishes and other flora and fauna which depends on it, and many uh, water species also, mostly they are living around coral reefs because this is natural habitat. Plus, coral reef provide them natural food like fish, which are depends on uh, grasses, etc., or they don't eat other fish. They are totally dependent on the coral reefs where they find uh, their food. So some islands have coral reef while um, and their total coastline is length is 7,500 kilometers. Okay, the western coast of India. The western coast of India stretches from Gujarat to Kerala, passing through Maharashtra, Goa, and Karnataka. The one part is from Gujarat to Kerala, passing from Maharashtra, Goa, and Karnataka. Most rivers have originated in the western part, like we see Kaveri, etc. Flow shifting from here. One thing we will say, like this is the India, southern part of India. The most river are originate from this part, but they flow in eastward, not the southward. And these are l- rivers which are very important for the southern India because they provide water. Like Kaveri is very important river for the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu for giving uh, water for drinking and for irrigation also, like Godavari, Mahanadi, and Krishna are also very important rivers. But in the western side, we see these rivers are not that much long. They are just tiny. Means their flowing length is very short, and they direct drop their water and to the Arabian Sea, but these rivers which flow toward the eastward or bay, which drop their water into Bay of Bengal, they make deltas on their mouth. And like this, here they make delta like this, triangular shaped delta. When they drop their sediments at the mouth of the river when drop its sediments and tons of amount when delta become like um, it is the process of generating delta. Most river have originated like this is a scene or picture of the western side of the coastal line. Here we see uh, one side is mountain and other side is ocean, or we see Arabian Sea. This is the Arabian Sea, and thus it is very important for natural dockyard, like for natural parks, because the like we will found here, we are found, we found here the water is very deep, so large can come to the coast, near to the coast. So it is easy to make ports and dockyard for ships, and thus it is also important for economic activities like uh, port are the place where we export import, where we ship stop and they take things for exporting, and also they drop things for importing in a country. Thus it become very important. So we don't need extra money for making dockyard because a half of the I can think a very large amount we can save by natural by natural structure or like dockyard, that we can build a new port in less amount than the if you want to make a port in the eastern coast, then it will take large amount of money. It will be costly because there we don't found natural depth in water. The water is not that much deep, and here we found that the water is naturally very deep. So it is not that much costly to for making ports building. The eastern coast lie between the Eastern Ghat and Bay of Bengal. Lie between Eastern Ghat, like this is the map, and here we found is Eastern Ghat, and this is Bay of Bengal. So this part is the Eastern Coast, stretching from Ganga Delta to Kanyakumari. It has wide plain and large river delta including Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, important water bodies like Chilka Lake and Pulikat. Chilka Lake is a salt water lake, and it is also India's biggest salt water lake. Pulikat Lake, and which and we have already discussed about these things. The important thing is like we see this is in the map. So here is uh, comes Ganga, and here Brahmaputra, and the border of the Bangladesh India. These rivers form a world's biggest delta called Sundarban Delta. Like this, most of the part is like half of the part is in India and another part is in Bangladesh. Uh, River drop their sediments which they carry, and they drop at the mouth of the river. Then they meet the sea. When they drop their sediments, then a new land form, which is delta. It is rich in biodiversity, fertile. The problem is when delta for like then delta become, this is also a problem because due to the delta, the ships can't enter in the river, and this is the biggest problem where we face a issue for water shipping or water travel. If we want to transport things by water, but we can't enter in the river from the ocean or sea because the delta or form of the land which hinders our activity. Okay, and river which makes the delta is Kaveri, Godavari, Krishna, Mahanadi, etc. Now we will talk about India's island, and earlier we already talked about the islands. There are majorly two island groups. One is Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea. Here, Lakshadweep, Deep, and here is Andaman and Nicobar island group. The Indian island refer to the group of islands. Um, First, we have to know about what is island. Island is a land which is surrounded by the water, the separate land from the mainland or from the continent. The separate land from mm, separated from the continent or from the mainland, or we can say the land which are surrounded by the water in ocean, mostly in the ocean or sea. Means the water body, uh, the land in the ocean as island. Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Means here is Indian Ocean, Indian Ocean. Here is Bay of Bengal. Here is Arabian Sea. Which form the part Indian territory. India has two major island groups. We already talked about. One is Lakshadweep and other one is Andaman and Nicobar group. Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea and the Andaman Nicobar in the Bay of Bengal. Andaman Nicobar is situated in the Bay of Bengal, and the Lakshadweep island group is situated in the in the Arabian Sea. These islands have unique wildlife, beautiful beaches, coral reef. Like Lakshadweep is made with by coral reefs and the volcanoes, and several ancient tribes made this island their home, and tens of thousands of years. Like Andaman Nicobar have some very important ancient tribe, because these ancient tribe are still don't have connected with the man bodies, and in the we can say in the contemporary people, in the contemporary system of the countries, these tribes are totally unaware about the outside world, what is the democracy, and what are weapons, war, etc. They are living their natural life and the hunting and gathering. Like Lakshadweep is archipelago, a group of islands called located in Arabian Sea, close to the Malabar coast. We have to know about Malabar coast. Like this is Gujarat, this is southern part. So actually, this part is saying when we see other coast, uh, um, the coast in Kerala is called Malabar Tat or Malabar coast, and the coast sharing border of Karnataka is called Karnataka coast, and the coast sharing border of Maharashtra and Goa, it is called as Konkan coast, and the coast with sharing water and land means the coast uh, lies in Gujarat state is called Saurashtra coast. So here it is mentioning Malabar means this the coast in Kerala. Not it is made of 36 islands. Like Lakshadweep is made by 36 islands made of corals. These all islands are made of coral, and not all islands are inhabited, but because some islands are very tiny or very small where human can't live, and some are reserved or prevented from human activities, so their biodiversity could could be safe. People, India controls a vast marine area allowing to fishing. This area is very important because the coral reef attract fishes and the other species which live in the ocean. The coral reef attract them, allowing them for fishing, resource exploration, and environmental protection. These islands are protected because of their biodiversity and their importance. Like coral reefs are now going to be disappear because of the global warming and the climate changes, etc. So they are protected. Andaman Nicobar Island, more than 500 large and small volcanic islands. These are volcanic islands, not coral reef. These are made by volcanic eruption, divided into two distinguished groups. One is Andaman and other one is Nicobar Islands. One is Andaman and the other Nicobar. These are their location is very important because these share the part of water where China and other uh, Asian countries trade, and they use the like this part. Okay, here is Andaman Nicobar. You will see here is Andaman Nicobar, and this part is very important because the some Asian countries and China use this route as for their trade, etc. If in if we also want to trade with China, Japan, and other uh, East Asian countries, then we will use this route, and thus it is very important because Andaman Nicobar is very close to this route. Also, we share our water right in this area, like this. Thus, we cut. They can use this route for our security purpose also and for economic purpose. This is a floating port where small ship uh, can stop, can drop things and people, and can take. Uh, this is a coral reef, example of coral reef in Lakshadweep, and it is coral reef in the Andaman Island. But these islands are not made with, means Andaman and Nicobar Island not made by coral reef, but they have coral reef, and actually they are made by volcanic eruptions. There are like here is you can see active volcano. India has only one active volcano, and it is situated in Andaman and Nicobar Island group. And here we ended. I think now we have one thing is left, that is delta in West Bengal, and there is Sundarban Delta. It is world's largest, one of the largest delta in the world, and is uh, located in India and Bangladesh. Like we already talked about here. Here you will see a delta. Half of the part is in India and other part is in Bangladesh, and it is at the mouth of Ganga and Brahmaputra. And however, eastern side of the Himalaya, like Bay of Bengal, we come to Sundarban. This is located delta Ganga Brahmaputra. You show the chapter here. It is also a UNESCO heritage site because of the rich biodiversity and importance. And here we found some very important species, flora and fauna. Like here we found some plants which are important for health purpose and which are also important for medical purpose. These plants are using for medical purpose, and some are important for furniture, etc. activities. This is also very important for the tiger, etc. and some like dangai, dolphin, etc. This home of many species, including Royal Bengal tiger. That's it. It is living root bridge. The hills of northeast. Here we see a living root bridge. This root bridge is made by these root. These root bridges are made by roots of the trees which are living, not they are dead. These roots are living. Thus, it becomes naturally strong year by year. Move towards the hills of northeast Garo, Khashi, Jantika. We see northeast like this. Here we see Garo, Khashi, Jantika hills like Garo is Kashi and Jantia. These three are important here, and these are located in the Meghalaya plateau, are known for their lush greenery and heavy rainfall. Like world's these this area is having the receiving highest amount of the rainfall in the whole world. Like Martian Rao and Cherrapunji are those areas which receive highest amount of the rainfall in the world, making the ridge for forest and unique wildlife and fertile land. Okay, here we end it.